today we are going to speak about Dasa Parami or 10 Paramitas which are required by the Bodhisattva, that is the future Buddha, to fulfill. All these 10 fulfillments have to be inculcated him so that on his final birth he becomes a Buddha. So when Siddhartha Gautama in his earlier births, 560 births as per the Theravada Buddhism, he had taken birth in different forms, and these are all documented in the Jatak tales. So he had tried to fulfill each of these merits in him, and in each of the birth he had fulfilled one or two or more paramitas, so that finally after lots of births he would become the Buddha. Now let us see what are those 10 paramitas which are required for a bodhisattva to become the Buddha. In Mahayana Buddhism, there are 6 paramitas which are listed down. So depending, in Theravada Buddhism, that is the older form of Buddhism, it is 10 paramitas. So we will see, as per the Pali Canon, the 10 paramitas which are required by the bodhisattva to become a Buddha. And these are extremely inspiring and motivating for each one of us. The first paramita that is required is the Dana Parami. Dana is giving. So when we are giving, at that time there is no ego involved. It is given without any expectation from the person in front of him. So in many of the Jatakas, we even see the Bodhisattva donating even parts of his body. And many times his life goes in fulfilling this paramita. So it's a very important paramita which has to be first developed. Once the Dana paramita is developed, then there is something known as the Sila paramita. Sila is virtues, the moral character. So automatically when the dana starts, automatically a person, a lay person, or the bodhisattva tries to develop the sila paramita. Now the sila is developing each portion of his noble character. This is a very important paramita, and there are many Jatak tales which explain how the moral character has been kept intact by the bodhisattva. The third paramita, which is mentioned in the text, is known as a Nekhamma paramita. Nekhamma is renunciation. So it is very difficult for a person in the sensual sphere to leave any of the sense pleasures. The Nekhamma paramita helps one to remove oneself from all attachments, from greed, from aversion, and leave the home and go into homelessness. In many of the Jatak tales, we find the Bodhisattva going from his house towards homelessness. Even when we go for Vipassana meditation, we practice for 10 days this paramita, which is known as the Nekhamma paramita. Being a mendicant, asking, not belonging something to you, you're asking alms. So that is the Nekhamma parami. The fourth paramita is known as a Panya paramita or the wisdom paramita. Wisdom is understanding the 4 noble truths, that there is suffering in the world, there is a cause for suffering, the suffering can be removed, and there is a way, there is a path which is given. So the Panya paramita is the 4th paramita which is mentioned in the text. The 5th paramita is the energy or the Virya paramita. This is very much required like a warrior. When one is on the path, it is very much required that one should go with firm determination and like a warrior to get whatever one wants to do. There should be a resoluteness, and that comes from inner energy, inner motivation. Intrinsic motivation is energy or Virya paramita. The next one is Khanti paramita, which is patience. When we are dealing with lots of life's problems or sufferings, one needs this parami or one needs these merits so that one is able to go through life very resolutely. It comes with meditation, it comes with facing things, and it comes from developing all these paramitas. The next paramita is satcha. Once you have the energy, that is virya, and you have the khanti, you automatically develop the strength to tell the truth, which is known as the satcha paramita. And the bodhisattva gave up his life in many of the Jatak Kathas to fulfill this parami, which is the truth paramita. Next one is aditthana, is resoluteness, firm determination that I will achieve whatever it takes for me to do. So when we go for a Vipassana course, we sit there cross-legged, just and with a firm resolve that we will not get up before 1 hour, not shake the body position. So that is aditthana parami. The next parami is a metta parami, that is having compassion for the entire world, karuna for the entire world. So there is a great layer of love which flows from one's body, and that has to be developed, and that develops with the development of all these paramis. The next paramita is upekha, that is equilibrium, maintaining upekha, managing your life with equilibrium, not being swayed away by both the ends. When there is something happy, you go swayed away, or when there is something unhappiness, so there is an upekha, there is an equilibrium. Looking at all these paramitas, I as a lay person am able to draw a lot of lessons from these paramis. If we are able to even do 1 percentile of all these paramis, our life would be so much so better. Each of us has a lesson to take from all this. May all beings be happy.